Well, hi-de-ho there, neighbors. As I'm working on another Adam compilation, I also wanted to take a moment to check out what's going on in the lives of some other vloggers that we visit from time to time. Tampa Jay, Tennessee Jay, Tampa the Woo, whatever you want to call him, the Carpetbagger. I'm going to check in with Jenny Penny and even Cris The Girl. There is always so much ahead. Now, speaking of Tampa Jay, and I think we all wish the best for Tampa Jay. He's a full-time YouTuber now, and his views have seemingly fallen off a cliff. Now, part of that is the content itself is so scattered right now. But he's not actually broken 30,000 views since November the 2nd, except for one particular video. This video here, Abandoned North Carolina video, Forgotten Backroads. This has nearly 80,000 views. It was an hour-long video. This is what the bulk of Tampa Jay's audience wants to see from him, and more importantly, it's what tends to go out into the algorithm. Now, clearly, over the course of his time on YouTube, he's had hits of other different types of genres, filming locations, haunts, etc. But I think this would be clear success for him to go down the path of these abandoned videos. Now, I know it's hard to do those all the time, especially if that's not the type of video that he actually wants to do, but it has a proven track record of success, so Tampa Jay, you might consider that.
If it wasn't for the dead deer carcass, I'd say this is paradise.
I like how that statement can apply to the outdoors or their living room, depending on the time of season. In my opinion, and of course my opinion only, can only speak for myself, I think another misfire is when Jay overshares. Not the case with Cris The Girl. I think her audience actually tunes in more when they feel like it's a breakdown or she's sharing some tea. With Tampa Jay, his audience just doesn't care unless you're that core 10 to 12,000 that will kind of watch anything. Jay even tried to clickbait this title of he's taking off his hat, going to the doctor, really making you think something serious was going on, and that was not the case. Now, Jay is somebody who is willing to take a day off and does quite often, and this should have been one. This was a video that was pointless. Go shopping with Jay. He's not wearing a hat. He might go to the doctor. Okay?
I just haven't put it on. Actually, I thought about putting it on because it's right here in my lap, but this is a no hat vlog. Yeah.
This was also an odd day when Cris The Girl was with her parents at home getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, and Jay is, for whatever reason, not there, and then would leave shortly thereafter to go to his mom's.
All you guys watching right here, thank you so much for always joining me and living vicariously through me.
I guess I could see living vicariously through Jay if you're like a haunt enthusiast and there's no way that you're going to go to like 50 plus haunts. But good Lord, who else is living vicariously through Jay? I hope not many. Jay talks about coming back off of that trip that saw him go to Chicago and St. Louis. He got back home, didn't do a whole lot except prepare the house for the house guests, which is Chris's parents. And then it seems like he was promptly told to leave.
Helped get the house cleaned up because we have house guests. Chris's parents are in town.
So excited they made it.
I mean, I can feel your excitement, Jay. They live 30 minutes away. Was that ever in doubt that they were going to make it?
Last night. Also, just last night I kind of relaxed a little bit. I built a fire. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I bought a fire pit. If you missed the Toys R Us video, at the end I set up a fire pit. And I really enjoyed that last night. Actually, I cooked over the fire. I had a camping fork. And I had some summer sausage, or smoked sausage links. And me and Bella snacked out by the fire last night.
Poor Jay, just him and Bella. Did they just make Jay stay outside? It certainly sounds that way. Jay says that because of a busy haunt season, he thought he might need to schedule a doctor visit, get a new primary doctor in Tennessee. Now you realize, Jay, your health wasn't actually in any danger in those haunts. Should I tell him that it's not real? I don't think I should. I'm with you, Jay. Great decision.
And I've had a busy haunt season, and the other day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my first doctor's visit, just a general I need a general doctor, so I did that, and that's happening today. I don't think I'm gonna film too much of that.
I think you're making a wise decision there. Nobody needs to hear you turn and cough.
So, I'm going to the doctor today. It's a rainy day. Just give you some updates here and there. You never know what we might see along the way.
Jay, you're not quite to the walk and talk stage. Those don't do well for you like they do Adam. And I know, when it's a rainy day, there's nothing going on, Cris is making you leave the house. I know there's the temptation just to film as much of that as you can because, heck, you might as well get paid, right? But those are just not clicking for you. This one, under 20,000 views. And I feel for Jay because he continues to get these mixed messages from Cris, not only in video form of just the way we see that she acts around him.
In the corner, should put the lights on it first and then push it into the corner. How many spooky trees have we decorated on this channel, guys, for me to come to that conclusion?
Then we get these crazy messages that she puts out on Instagram. And I'm sorry, I realize that the millennial thing to do is to put out the vague thing and then let everybody think that it means a certain thing. But when you have put off a marriage that seemingly when you initially got engaged, both of you were looking forward to a rather quick engagement and wedding, to now put out something that says, don't cling to things that you know are fading. Don't avoid endings. There needs to be at least some context given to something like this, considering you put your entire relationship online. Now, over on Chris's channel, I've got to applaud her. She's hit some kind of stagnant growth for a while, and she's trying to mix things up, do different camera angles, bring in music. The music, I don't know. A lot of people are actually complaining on her channel about it. I think it mainly is just the levels. You'll hear that in just a minute. But I applaud her for trying to do something different.
I'm Cris The Girl, and today in this video, we are bopping around town. We're doing a little bit of shopping, as we usually do on this channel.
And she'll get that figured out, trying to incorporate new things. You know, Jay has been doing that with music as well, and it just, I don't know, it seems odd, but hey, to each their own.
Myself, I spent it with my parents, and it was really awesome. Very, very chill. One of the best Thanksgivings I've had in a really long time, honestly. It was really nice. Decided not to film and actually take a holiday for myself.
So if Jay was there with them for Thanksgiving, and I have to assume he was there for part of it, he doesn't even get a mention. You have to go out of your way not to mention somebody who was there. No editing was done there. No mention of Jay whatsoever. Well, wait, maybe she's going to mention him here.
I have noticed I got a haircut, you guys. I think it looks so cute. It was exactly what I wanted.
Nope. Sorry, Jay. This still has to be one of the strangest relationships ever in terms of being on camera, being sold as this YouTube relationship. They met because of YouTube. I don't know. I worry about Jay, and this is just me talking out loud. I hope nothing that I'm saying is true because I want to see both of them happy. I get the feeling that it's going to be very simple for Chris's parents to move in and for Jay to eventually move on somewhere else. I hope that's not the case. Hope that's not the case. But these are some very concerning signs, to say the least. So Jay gets away alone, of course, for Thanksgiving with his mom. He gets to some haunts, some places around Indiana. And now he is back, and it's time to get a Christmas tree. I'm sure a spooky Christmas tree.
There's no thrifts on trees. Okay, we are open.
That said no tariffs on trees, Jay, but close enough. Thanks to RJ63 for pointing that one out to me.
What I imagined. Got a barn over there. We got Christmas trees in the yard. All right, I'm all parked up.
I'm confused. How does one become all parked up?
On the old red barn in the silo. That's really cool. Here we are, signage, Smoky Mountain Christmas Tree Farm. There's the number, there's the website.
It's so funny. Tampa Jay has learned so much for Adam, tries to emulate Adam in every possible way, but I still have to give the edge to Adam in terms of riffing on just what he sees. Jay can only literally verbatim say what he sees. Adam can go a little off script.
Fraser fir. My favorite. This one right here on the corner is $200, just to give you an idea.
Woo, doggy, that's a lot of money. Thanks for giving us an idea there, Tennessee Jay. How about you just let me sniff one of the branches? How much for that?
Being a Hoosier, I really appreciate the old red barn and the 7-Up sign. There was a 7-Up bottling factory in a town I used to live in called Spiceland, Indiana, and it's still there.
Well, here I just get through saying that he can't riff, and that was a great job. Very nice. You shared something personal. Good job, Jay. Jay wants to know if it's any cheaper to go out and cut it down himself, so he's going to talk to the owner. I believe his name is Tom.
I got a couple back here. They're real skinny.
Okay, I'll take a look, yeah.
Yeah.
If I decide to cut it, how much is that?
Well, it depends on the tree. The
Depends
ones that
on
they
it.
have prices on.
Okay, they have prices
I
on them.
have one way up in the front, way up there.
Okay.
They have to have these white tags on them.
They have to have the white to
They
cut.
have this white price
To
tag.
buy. I gotcha. Yeah.
Let me show you this one back here.
All right, sure. Thank you.
And then you can walk way up there.
Okay. I could just say, hey, I'm going to go down the street to another tree farm. I could do that, but I'm sold on Smoky Mountain Christmas tree. Maybe next year. Maybe we'll try different tree spots in Maggie Valley.
Let's hold off on looking at next Christmas, Jay. Let's just get through this relationship one day at a time, okay?
Timber.
Now, Jay wanted to make an example of one of his channel subscribers who said, you know, that's very expensive for a tree. And of course, Jay was, you have to support small business. If I have to give just a little bit more, it's worth it to support local business in my community. Oh, good Lord, Jay. Now, through things like that on his Instagram and also his most recent video where people correctly called out that he would not only do a video showing him buying those presents to give away, but would then do a follow-up video where he shows himself taking the toys to Toys for Tots. Again, good on him. But yeah, that was, I don't know, hit you a little weird when there's that much self-promotion, because he also, of course, called it out on Instagram. At the very least, I applaud Jay for mentioning charity and giving to charity. That is more than Adam ever does.
I know someone was saying, sing the song, Jay. Well,
it's Christmas time at Buc-ee's, it's Christmas time at Buc-ee's, it's Christmas time at Buc-ee's.
Okay, here it is. I got a razor knife in the bottom of it. All right, first we have to put the tree on the stand.
Of course, the real question is, how does Queen Halloween / Christmas holiday season feel about it?
Oh yeah, that's a perfect little tree.
I wonder how many times he had to ask her, maybe even beg her to please come out and see the tree so he could capture that on film. Maybe he had to sing her the Buc-ee's Christmas song, too.
Yeah, I thought it would be...
Quite a big tree.
I think it's the best one we've had yet, shape-wise.
It really looks like it.
Yeah, they don't use the stupid net.
Bella, where are you going?
Should be all right. She's checking out the tree. I typically don't document the decoration of this tree on this channel, but check out Cris The Girl. I'm sure she'll be decorating it. You gonna be decorating this on the channel?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, about that, Jay. We're going to need you to do most of the heavy lifting there.
Obviously got to put that one up.
It's snowing outside.
It's snowing.
Oh, it's snowing. Perfect.
Oh, boy.
What a great Christmas.
Let's look at the snow, everybody.
So the house guests are still there, so I'm guessing Jay will be sent back on the road, I'm sure.
Wrap up the video here underneath the glow of the Christmas tree. Big, huge thank you to my members. Thank you all so much. Lots of content coming up here very, very soon.
Whatever you guys celebrate out there, please know that you're awesome, that you're loved, and no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead.
Yes, Jay, we know. We know. We know. A way of life, not just a phrase. Thank you, Jay. Get some rest. You always look exhausted.
I have them in bags, so it made it easy, not terrible. All right. I want to thank Knoxville Police Department for making this really smooth. The toys are in the box.
I'm really surprised if Cris and Jay watch their videos back that they don't think this music is a little too much. I would assume they watch it back, but maybe rethink these things. But again, it's y'all's channel. Needs to be what you want.
And look, I got some bags there. I saved one. I didn't know if I was going to be able to save them all, but they didn't need them. Look at that old building up there. That's cool.
Starting to wonder if Jay has been watching Adam in his Italian travels for inspiration. He decides to go to Mickey D's and film the whole ordering process. Riveting.
Pair of socks in every box. That's very Dr. Seuss. That rhymed. I think they did that intentionally. Also, the McRib is back.
My name is Adam the Woo, and I love the McRib. I will always love the McRib. I will always love the McRib.
Although it's upside down, enjoy McDonald's. We've got the Grinch box. Look at this thing. I'm gonna give you a full tour before I indulge. Picturesque there for you. It's been a while, Big Mac.
All right, my advice to you, if you get the Grinch Big Mac meal, go light on the seasoning.
So yet another thing that Tampa Jay is now closely following what Adam's doing. Adam has not been eating on camera while he's been in Italy. Is Jay following suit here because of that? Well, one person that we know is still proudly eating on camera. I think you know who that is.
But let's try this. We got a cup of marinara. What are you eating here? The biscuit? Mm-hmm. No, the 2 cupcakes.
They don't have eyeballs.
Jen's upset that the cupcakes don't have eyeballs.
Good to see Jenny Penny and Carpetbagger out doing videos together. Glad she's feeling good, and I know he certainly likes having a companion along for the ride. It does have to get lonesome, even though I don't think we owe any sympathy for him being on the lonesome road. Nobody forces any of these people to be vloggers, but glad they're out there together, even getting photos at Spirit Christmas, $50. Woo!
We may be going somewhere cold. Oh no. I'm dropping stuff.
We're already somewhere cold.
Has to shut down because Jen bought everything. I'm kidding.
Like 5 things.
5 things.
We next check in with Jenny and Jake as they're making their way to New York via Amtrak train. Now, you would think that Carpetbagger would spring for a roomette, something a little bit nicer than Coach, but oh no, we're still pinching pressed pennies. I can understand train travel is not cheap because freight takes priority over people.
Coming to you live.
You would know if it were live. He would be staring blankly ahead, awaiting super chats.
And just had a lot of trouble sleeping in coach in this seat. Oh look, Jen's awake.
Kinda.
She get a good night's refreshing night of good sleep.
I just don't understand the thought process in filming this. I don't understand putting everything about yourself on camera. I don't understand the people that use the camera as therapy, which we know Adam does. Jay certainly does. Cris certainly does. And I would put Carpetbagger in there as well. Possibly Jenny, but you know, less is more, people.
I like sleeping in
Yep.
And you should have gotten her a bed to sleep in. You could have still done the train ride. I know it's more expensive, but do it. Your lady's on the trip. She suffers from health issues. Give her the best possible situation.
I'm not experienced even myself.
Pew, 90 minutes, Buffalo to Pew.
I never understand these type of shots either, other than the, oh, he works so hard to put us out content. And then, of course, you got some people will be like, they're just like us. They sleep, too.
Came, like, pre-packaged in little bags. Is that your bag burger?
Yeah.
Is the bun and everything, like, in the bag?
Yeah, it's like a microwave burger.
Yum, yum.
So, of course, no reason whatsoever to film themselves eating. No reason whatsoever. Be the perfect opportunity to not film yourself eating, right? They're going to film themselves eating, aren't they? Yeah.
Feeling because it's so rubber. It's so what? Rubber. The best thing is you got it on your bag burger.
Train trip, I thought we were going to have these like steak dinners and stuff you talk about in your shrimp and all your.
We don't have those in Coach.
I didn't know.
How's your hot dog?
Great.
So all in all, Carpetbagger still seems to be having a good old time. Bag hamburger, good old hot dog, that's all this man needs. But I don't think Jenny is going to want to do this again anytime soon.
Adventure. Maybe a one-time adventure. Well, I guess two, because there's a train on the way back.
So you think you're not falling in love with... Oh, there's the Kodak building.
building.
Oh, yeah, there's the Kodak building here. We are rolling down to downtown Rochester.
Rochester, New York, a special place for both Carpetbagger and Jenny. Jenny was from there, or living there at least. I don't know the full backstory. And Carpetbagger would go and stay there at her place long before people on his channel even knew that they were a couple.
Pretty cool seeing Rochester by train. You know, spent some time there when Jen was living in Rochester. Became my home when I was not on the road.
You could tell he wanted so badly to say Lonesome Road and held off.
Get back on in Rochester.
Get back on in what?
Rochester.
You be behind, you catch the next train?
Oh, I meant like just abandoned ship.
You know, I think in Jenny, Carpetbagger has really found the perfect woman for him. She's somebody who genuinely cares about him, keeps things organized at home, is okay with him rarely being around, allows him to film her eating. If I even thought about filming Lori like this, up close, eating a Subway sandwich, I would be in the doghouse for quite a while.
I don't even like Subway. And I'm so
You've never been so happy to see Subway in your life?
Yeah.
That's a miracle Subway. It's a Christmas miracle.
So I'll say again, I think in terms of these vlogger couples, as far as they go, I think Carpetbagger and Jenny have the best chance at a long life together. I really do, and I hope they have that. I assume they'll get married probably next year, and good for them. Good for them, whatever their decisions are. But hope they have a good time on their trip, and hopefully she can stay with him for a while as they make their way around New York. So before we end our day checking around with various vloggers, I wanted to talk about the trackers. I've not talked about them in a very long time. And one of the main reasons I don't is I like the trackers okay. Nothing that they do inherently I find humorous. You know, there are some commentary channels that are just snark and spilling the tea and all this stuff. That's not really me. You know, there are channels devoted to that. There are message boards online devoted to that. But if they aren't doing something inherently funny, it's hard for me to do a video about somebody. So the trackers, I've always thought, you know, yeah, maybe they do some questionable things, but other than that, I think they're fine. 922,000 subscribers. I assumed they would be the first to get to 1 million. I think they might still possibly do that. They have started a Patreon. A little bit late in the game to do it. They also start a Patreon in the same video that they start out by saying it's a sponsored video. So not enough money. Now, for many creators, Patreon is very important. Carpetbagger, for instance, makes as much on Patreon as he does on YouTube. So it's extremely vital that he built that community through Patreon. A lot of big channels, H3H3, made their living on Patreon before YouTube was paying all the bills. So they relied on it a lot. Adam had a Patreon for a long, long time. A long time, of course, past the time that he said he was getting rid of it. So they have different tiers from $5 all the way up to $25. What do you get for that 25 bucks? One thing you can say, you're getting the whole kit and caboodle, name listed in the credits, access to exclusive watch parties, exclusive Discord server. People have asked me before about having a Discord. I just don't think I appreciate it. That's awesome. I would love to see maybe somebody start their own. I just don't think there's enough going on in the Passing Through Productions world to warrant something like that. But access to Patreon exclusive content. We've seen people like Jordan the Lion starting to do this more and more. I think ideally these creators would like to move off of the platform eventually and control more of the money that is coming in for their videos. And I think you'll see some creators start to do that as money is slowly drying up on YouTube and other online streamers. Welcome package after 3 months of support. Welcome letter. Monthly giveaways, live streams. My goodness gracious. And one last update, and for reals this time, for reals, for serials. Justin Scard, he's in Florida, and there's no Adam the Woo. Don't you know Adam wishes he was in Florida? He could have been. There was no reason to do the international travel other than maybe he had already got himself roped into it through booking things early, but I think you and me both know he doesn't book anything early. So whatever his weird reason, I guess just being able to brag that he did go to those final 2 destinations that he said he would. But Justin Scard's in Florida. He did say, and thanks to channel member Danny for pointing this out to me, because I don't normally watch Justin Scard. Talked about this in the past. Can't get past the voice. Again, I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sure there's a lot of people can't get past my voice. But he said that Adam is hoping that he and Justin are able to get together before Justin leaves Florida. The timing is going to be about when Adam comes back, or maybe even a few days before. So will Adam leave international early? I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. Probably not, but we'll have to see how badly he wants to do something with his buddy before he heads back. One thing that we can definitively say for all of the YouTubers in the Adam sphere for 2025, it has been a negative year if you're still trying to do things the same old way. People have so many entertainment options, and unless they're that core demo that will watch anything you do, they're having trouble attracting new people. Unless you're a paging Mr. Morrow, for example, somebody that is in the zeitgeist, that did the smart things, that partnered with Roosevelt's, that has partnered with Disney, is the type of influencer that companies want to represent them. Outside of that, unless vloggers are really going to reinvent themselves in 2026, which is what a lot of them are trying to do, it's going to get harder and harder to do this full time. Folks, thank you all so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. I am finishing up the part 2 supercut of Adam's Italian adventures, and that should be coming your way very soon. Going to try to have it out tomorrow being Friday, sometime. I ideally like to do it in the morning, but we'll see how much I'm able to get done today in between the 9 to 5. Hope you have a great rest of your day. It is a rainy day in Mississippi and going to rain for the next several days here. And I know a lot of you are dealing with snow and various things, so be careful, be safe. Hope you're spending time with loved ones, and we appreciate you so much. I'm Aaron with Passing Through Productions. You've been passing through, and it means the world to both me and Lori. Thank you so much.